Welcome back. Let's continue our discussion with our industry experts. JD, I want to start with you. Let's talk some more about this wind and rain storm product that you have. Do you see a fit for your market there in western Colorado?
Well, you bet, Kevin. You know, we deal with a lot of extremes in northwestern Colorado, with particularly in the winter, with the amount of snow that we get and the extreme winds that we do deal with. And you know, anytime that we can help a producer get a mineral into the cattle and ensure him that the investment that he's making is getting into his cattle and working, a huge spot for us. You know, I think that if we can guarantee that consumption level with them cattle to ensure herd health and reproductive performance is really going to be huge for us.
Ben, hearing what you've heard and seeing what you've seen, do these benefits make sense to you as a producer?
Well, most definitely, Kevin. They make a lot of sense as far as our bottom line. If we can get the most mineral for our buck, I mean, we're fans of that. And definitely the product, the way, you know, looking at the as far as consumption, if we can monitor that consumption and level that out, that would be great and beneficial to us.
Producers across the country can also see the value in a good mineral supplement. Here's what a few of them have to say.
I don't feed my mineral open. I have it in a feeder that's got covers on it. But from that standpoint, there was one feeder over on the back that I had that was a little open, and those cattle went ahead and ate that after it rains and everything. There was no problem. It didn't set up. It stayed very pliable, and it was very, you know, very easy to consume.
We've tried all types of different minerals, and we've just this spring started using the Purina tub. We started out with those tubs back in about March, and actually has had the best conception rate ever on our cow herd.
And the final numbers are astounding.
Before we started using that tub, we were lucky to get 85%. My manager, Timmy Luchek, told me that we were up to 95% pregnancy rate, so that's great.
A higher pregnancy rate now means higher profits later on.
If you just figure what we were getting, say 10% less, you know, on 500 head, you know, you're talking about 50 calves. Our registered calves, normally we average about 2,000 a piece, so that's $100,000.
Not only is the reproduction rate higher, but the correct amount of minerals in a cow's diet can also lead to healthier calves.
On my little operation, it seemed like, you know, before if I'd put out a bag of mineral, it might last 2 weeks, it might last a week. There was really what you call no consistency. With this new mineral putting out every week for no more cows than I got, I don't know how that broke down as far as ounces, 4 to 5 ounces per head or whatever, but every week that would just be consistent right across the board. I'm not going to say Purina is the only mineral. I'm not going to say they're the best mineral. But for my operation, it flat works. And so I would advise it for anyone.
Purina's Wind and Rain Storm Mineral is at the cutting edge of mineral supplements. Dr. Scott, what do you see as the next step for Purina research?
Well, we've been working on for a few years now a program that we call Sustained Nutrition. And it's a program, not a product. We fit products into it. And it involves fetal programming. And fetal programming, for the viewers that aren't familiar with it, fetal programming refers to how we provide nutrition to the fetus during gestation. And there's a lot of data on humans and livestock, and it's very evident that undernutrition during gestation imprints poor performance in cattle. The opposite is if you can provide optimal nutrition during gestation, then you are imprinting a very good chance for better performance for the cattle. And then there's some stuff called epigenetics, which is on top of that, which you can pass those genes on to the offspring. But it's not how the genes themselves aren't changing, it's how the genes are expressed. So you're allowing for the cattle to express their full potential, basically. So it's a neat concept. It kind of came from the human side. So we've had some products out there that actually influence fetal programming, and with what we've seen is producers have told us with tremendous results on weaning weights, conception rates, and those things. So we're focused on that, and we've got some products that we're trying to fit into into sustained nutrition. Then the other thing is on the feedlot side. What we're looking at is 2 different methods to improve the average daily gain of cattle. And you know what cattle are worth today, so anything that we can do to improve outweight will really pay big dividends for the industry.
Well, we'll look forward to hearing more about those in future shows. We'll be right back with some final thoughts from our panelists. Stay with us.